Overwhelming Mage starting build. Sorcerers are mages with different bloodlines. Bloodlines provide different spells as you level up. They're proficient with light weapons, and you should forget about wearing armor with this subclass. They can detect magic, and they're also able to cast 0-level spells, or better to say, cantrips. This subclass, Overwhelming Mage Sorcerer, is a classic damage dealing machine. He receives spell penetration as he advances in levels. Choosing race. All we care is huge charisma here and solid dexterity. A lot of races apply for the role. Human, gnome, halfling, half-elf, Aasimars, tieflings, Dhampirs, they're all valid choice. We're gonna go with human and then we transfer to other races as well. Background selection. Regional Nexian Scholar is the only way to go here. Allocating ability points 8, 16, 10, 10, 10 and 20. Allocating skill points, Knowledge Arcana into Persuasion into Use Magic Device. Feats. I guess you want to hurt, and you should hurt with Overwhelming Mage. There are two options to hurt. There's the first option with Elemental Focus Fire into Greater Elemental Focus Fire into Elemental Bloodline Fire. There's the second option to hurt also, and it's Spell Focus Evocation into Greater Spell Focus Evocation into Arcane Bloodline. And there's a mix between the first and the second option. What I mean by mix, I mean one goes with Evocation, the other feat will go with Elemental Focus into Fire or Water or Acid. And for Bloodline, we're gonna go into Arcane Bloodline, Red Dragon for Fire, Elemental Bloodline for Fire. If we went with Elemental Cold, then we go with Elemental Bloodline Water, and so on. I hope I made clear how this all works. It depends on feats, or better to say, it depends heavily on Elemental Focus and Spell Focus. Make sure you merge them well. After all, this is not cross-blooded, it's just one bloodline mage. Cross-blooded is far more complicated than this. Arcane Bond. We can go with an object if you know what you're doing, you're gonna go with object. If you don't know what you're doing, you can always pick a pet. My pick would be hair. Pick what you like the most. We're gonna pick Knowledge World as the bloodline class skill selection. For spells, really, again, it all depends on feats, what feats you took. Is it Evocation, is it Conjuration, is it Divination, Enchantment, is it Elemental Focus into Fire, alright? It really depends. It's a very versatile build. What I can say is, if you went with Fire, you're gonna go with Burning Hands. Care not to take Burning Hands if you already have it in your Bloodline. Read Bloodline. Same applies, for example, with, I don't know, Arcane Bloodline that we took. There is Magic Missiles here, but we shouldn't take Magic Missiles because we're gonna receive Magic Missiles for free on level 3. The sure choice would be Summon Monster 1 into Burning Hands for this specific build. The moment you change your Bloodline, that's the moment when your spells also change. For Deity, we can pick Netis. Alignment is completely your choice. Other races now as Overwhelming Mage Sorcerer. For Gnomes, Halflings and Half-Elves, we can pick base versions, and then we're gonna copy the entire human build. For Gnomes also, if you decide to go with Pyromaniac, you need to have Elemental Focus Fire into Elemental Fire, and then you pick Pyromaniac, and you copy everything else from human build. Aasimars, base Aasimar, Emberkin, Idilkin, and Muse Touched all work well here. Idilkin is for summons, Muse Touched their base and versatile, Emberkin is exclusively for fire. Tieflings now, Beastbrood, Shackleborn, and Spitespawn are all valid options. Pick what you like the most, then you copy the entire human build. Dhampirs. Base Dhampir here is the only valid option. What you need to do, you need to switch this for Necromancy into Death Bloodline, Undead Bloodline, and then you copy the entire human build. Kitsunes. Base Kitsune is also a valid option, then you copy everything from human build.